So in this video, I will be sharing how I am changing my life now and making sure that 2025 is one of my best years yet. Life is made of tiny steps, meaning significant change isn't made all at once, but in small, consistent actions. My name is Barbara, and my goal is to share the changes I'm making now, and for you to take the parts that resonate with you. Please share your thoughts in the comments, and we can continue to grow together. I'm actively working on, as a whole, I would say I'm actively working on relationships. So there's 3 areas in relationships that I'm working on. My relationship with food, my relationship with money, and my relationship with people, in no particular order. So I'm gonna make individual videos on each of those topics, but I wanna kind of just talk through them a little bit with you on what I'm actively working on right now. You may be trying to figure out, what should I focus on for the next couple of months before 2025. Your focus could be career, spirituality, exercise, whatever area your gut or your spirit is telling you needs a little bit of extra attention to move you forward in meeting your goals. Okay, so let's start with food. I am actively working with a nutritionist. I'm using different tools such as journaling to cope with my emotional eating, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you in later videos. The second is money. I've already started moving money over into accounts that will earn more interest and help my money grow. I'm also starting to work on my money story, and that's a 2-part story. So there's my personal money story of how I feel about money and how I got to those conclusions about money, and then there's also my family's money story, and I want to have that to share with my children and my descendants, because I am starting something, but I also want them to know that I didn't start it. It didn't start with me. The passing on of it, or this part starts with me, but there's a history and things that I saw that made it possible for me to know that there was more available. And just like I have surpassed generations before me, I expect that they will surpass me, and not just in money. Money is definitely not everything, but I want to give them the tools and confidence to have that in the bag so that they can focus on the real important things in life, which is living life, not money. And then there's my relationships with people. I have been doing so good with putting myself out there, going out, meeting new people. It's a beautiful thing to learn how to communicate with people, not taking on their burdens, not accepting abuse, not being toxic myself, but having a mutual beneficial relationship where there's give and take, where there's fun, but there's boundaries. It's been a learning experience. I've enjoyed it, and again, I look forward to sharing that journey with you as well. Also, it's October, and that is ADHD Awareness Month, and I say that to say I'm about to switch gears. No. So these topics, I have been talking about them because I've been really working on myself these past couple months, and YouTube has kind of just been I just been recording, but might not have put it out, or might not have put it out in the way that I wanted to put it out. So there's just footage of me kind of chatting about my relationship with food, chatting about what I've been doing with my finances, chatting about friendships and things like that, and I cannot let that footage go to waste. So I'm just gonna add it here at the end of this video. I am looking so forward to this new way of doing things, where we just kind of chat together about what I'm going through, and you can see what resonates with you. I feel like this is a great opportunity for for me to use the tools that I have and share those with people, so that we can continue to grow. We can continue to remember what's important, and what's important is that we make tomorrow better than today. And when I say better, I mean that you feel like you made improvement. You feel like you gave it your best. When you lay your head down, you feel like it was a day worth living. and relationships are a big part of that for me. So that's why that's the things that I'm focusing on. I don't want to lay my head down one night, or even when I lay my head down for the last time, and not have given my all to working on having the best relationship with myself. So if I feel like food stands in the way of that, that's something that I need to work on. I want to have better relationships with people. I want to be able to leave a legacy for my family, and that not only includes money, but that is just one tangible item that I can leave them. But because the mental health and all that, I'm definitely leaving that too, leaving that mark. I'm leaving I'm leaving my family's history of mental health better than I found it. And I'm leaving my family's history with money better than I found it. And I'm leaving my family's relationship with coping, whether that be with food or any other thing, better than I found it. And that's what we're here to do. Leave the world better than we found it. Take care. Guess what? I am finally gonna meet with a dietitian today, nutritionist, whatever. I guess she would be a dietitian, because more people can use the word nutritionist. But anywho, I'm excited about that. So it's the original girl whose profile that kind of made me tear up, but she was out of network. But since, if you remember, if you've been following along, the other girl was out of network too, or wasn't going to be covered by insurance. And so then I was kind of deciding on whether I really needed one or not. And then I think I finally now came to the conclusion, like, we're not going to be cheap. Like, your hair, you didn't even really need your hair silk pressed. You just wanted to, you did. You didn't need braids, you just wanted to, you did. If you wanted to empty your Shein cart right now, you would. So you're gonna go ahead and talk to a dietitian. You're gonna pay the money. You're gonna talk to the one that you want to talk to. I also tried to get it for free through this other company. I think I talked to y'all about that. I did an intake with them. I really just don't qualify. Okay, I don't qualify. So I need to just stop being cheap and pay. So that's what I'm doing here in 7 minutes. I'm meeting with her. I'm really excited about it. I think that I just want to make it clear, like, I'm not looking for a food plan. I'm not really looking for someone to tell me what to eat. I'm looking for a longer solution, a real solution, and I'm looking for her to be a part of my healthcare team, which it includes my therapist. Like, this is just a coping mechanism that I use. Food is just a coping mechanism that I use. So, you know, more so, we're just seeing what information, what education she has in that arena. But I'm not looking to, you know, we'll see. I'm curious. I'm curious on what she'll have to say and how she'll be able to help me. I ain't came back and told y'all nothing. My bad. So, what was I gonna tell you? Well, it was good talking to her. It was an intake appointment. So she was just like asking those first initial questions, just seeing if we were a good fit. I'm excited to see what comes of it. I think that since I worked with my therapist and me knowing that I kind of had a smug attitude about it when I first met with my therapist, like, she don't know nothing, she not gonna be, you know, I had that with me. So in this, I'm already like better at that, where I'm like, I don't know what she knows, you know. I'm gonna give her the information, and then she can do with that information and, you know, tell me what she thinks after having the information. I did tell her, like, I'm not looking for somebody to tell me what to eat, which that's not her type of thing either. You know, she was asking me, like, what do you know about nutrition? And I told her, I mean, nutrition, like, everything at this point is, you can literally get it on Google. You can literally do ChatGPT and, you know, get a meal plan. So, and with all of the dieting and nutrition, I am a registered nurse. Like, these aren't foreign concepts. It's the emotional, it's the, yes, I know I'm supposed to eat fruits and vegetables. Yes, I know the amount of protein that my body does well with. Yes, I know the amount of hydration that I need to keep this thing running. I know how to tell that, you know, counting it out. I know how that feels. I know how that looks, you know, as far as output. But how do I keep myself from eating when I'm not really hungry? Like, how do I keep from, like, what do people do that's healthy and sane? That's another thing, because you can always, for lack of a better word, white knuckle it and just like be like, oh, I'm not gonna eat, or, you know, have this pull like that, which I don't want to do. I just want a sane, normal process when it comes to not eating when I'm not actually physically hungry, to see if I can make any more progress when it comes to weight loss. Cause I feel like my nutrition is good. I feel like I run, I lift, I do other activities as far as dance, skate, hike. I'm mentally healthy. I'm reading books. I'm talking with people, working on my relationships with people. So all of that is good. So health-wise, things are good. I just don't want to be eating, when food is for nutrition, I don't want to be using myself as a receptacle, like using myself as a trash can, or using myself as a place. The way that I cope with boredom is by eating, and that tool is not helpful to me. I have enough body fat. I have more than enough body fat, and I don't want the way that I soothe myself when I'm bored to be food. So I'm looking for a way out of that is sane, normal, peaceful, that helps me move and helps me be better as a person. Not looking for a quick fix or anything like that. Just looking for getting to the root of it. I think that she is the right person to help me with that. But we'll see. Like, we will see as time goes on. I need to drink my tea and start getting ready, because we are about to go to swim. Our swimming lessons got postponed until next week, but we are still gonna go to the pool and just start, because we already planned on starting. So yeah, let's see. Hi, I know I might not look, you know, don't worry about the messenger. Worry about the message. The message is, do you have a high yield savings account? So for about 5 years, I thought I had, and when I just explain it, you're gonna be like, how did you think that? But maybe you won't, because I'm not gonna give you all the numbers. But here's the thing. I have a high interest savings account up to $2,500. They give me 5% APY up to $2,500. I've been putting money in there. So the rest of my money is not getting 5% interest. So I've been wasting time, leaving money on the table. For instance, let's do some math real quick. So 5% interest calculator. So if I had $10,000 times 0.05, that's $500. $500 a year that I could have made off $10,000. And yeah, so I'm leaving more money than that on the table. So I'm gonna do my number and see how much I done left. So I done left a bit money on the table. Now, let's see if you just had, let's say, if you had, I don't know, $1,000 times 0.05, that's $50. $1,000, it makes $50 a year. So what? You know what I'm saying? It's money making money for no reason. So whether it's a big amount or a little amount, I'm moving my money because I'm literally getting $11 from them. They've been playing with me for 5 years. They've been playing with me for 5 years. And all that, I could be making, I missed out on money. Significant amounts. I'm moving my money today. Gotta hear what this man just said. I'm cracking up. So this guy is a guy, he I don't even know his name. The thing is, I know him from Dave Ramsey. I used to half follow Dave Ramsey. I followed Dave Ramsey until I got out of debt, and I kind of just left it at that. I'm debt free, but I didn't like go into those other steps after you become debt free, which is saving and building generational wealth. But now I am ready to do that. And not that I'm gonna follow Dave Ramsey for like all the way, but there are some essential things that I am gonna do. One is moving my savings to a high yield savings account. Two is I do need to maximize my sorry, I'm coming to y'all, but I do need to increase my 401k. And then at this point, I have enough cash savings. I need to now get back into that, you know, whatever kind of stock market stuff that we qualify for. I need to get my butt back contributing to the stock market other than just my 401k, because I've still been doing my 401k, but get that maxed out. Next year I need to be looking at, okay, you need to max out your HSA so that you're not paying taxes on money, you know, so I lower my taxes, my taxable amount of month payment. I should have looked better if I was going to do this video, but beside the point, I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing, so that's what I'm talking to you about it. So yeah, I need to max those things out because that's where I am in my journey. If you're like, if you don't have, if you're saving, if you still have debt, then you know you need to be putting that extra money towards debt. If you are done with your debt, you know what, then it may look different if you don't have a savings account. You know, Dave Ramsey has where you get $1,000. You start off with that $1,000 just in case, like rainy day fund, and then you start to pay off your, you aggressively start to pay off your debt. So you can look at Dave Ramsey for that. But I just wanted y'all to see what you just said because it had me cracking up.
They're going to give you 0.33% APY. You see, here's
talking
a
about
fact.
big banks.
Higher interest rates mean your money grows a lot faster. For an example, let's say you put $10,000 inside of a high yield savings account earning a 4.5% APY. For that year, you will earn approximately $450 in interest for your money just sitting in the account. Now, in contrast, the same amount of money in a regular savings account with a 0.33% APY, you will earn only $33.
Look how he looks. $450.
I want you to sit right there.
Versus $33.
If you practice what I'm preaching, if you're practicing what I'm teaching you to do,
that's all it is.
and you
that's
put
the
3
math.
to 6 months inside of your savings account,
that's the math. I want that 400. I really want that 5 per 10,000 that I put in there. Yep, I'm doing this today. I'm on it today. I'm not playing. I'm waiting on my husband to stop. He's working right now, but I just need to, you know, tell him, hey, this is what I'm about to do. And he already did. He's the one who gave me the idea because with his business accounts, this is something that he did. We have joint accounts and we have separate accounts. I come from women who husbands cleaned out bank accounts, you know, up at the, you know, higher generations before me that happened. And so he know he not married to somebody who can't. I gotta have my own money as well. So we do have joint savings, which we need to talk about moving that over. But I'm talking about my personal savings is definitely getting moved over. But yeah, that's it. And it ain't no, oh, you don't trust him, you don't trust him. Can I do this how I do it? Please. Am I bothering anybody? Is anybody, am I asking anybody for $1? I'm not. So if I need to have a little something, and he do not care, if I need to have a little something to make me feel comfortable, if you don't and you just like that, that's how you do things, I'm happy for you, but that's just not how my mind works. I need a little something, period. And furthermore, he know I got it. You know what I'm saying? He knows I have the money. It's not a secret. But the thing is, if I have $5, but he has $20, you know what I'm saying? Just for the difference, why would he care about he don't care about my $5? A hedge or bets or something?
Well, in case one go down.
Oh, wow.
If both not holding that same bag.
Yeah.
That SoFi do sound tight though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the SoFi. Yeah. I think he's also gonna do that. So you're saying basically it's better for me to do an online bank because of the federal interest rates are about to be cut.
Potentially, yeah.
And they will be borrowing more from them versus whatever they're called. What do we call consumers?
Yeah, basically as consumers, the lower, like they have high interest rates now because the federal interest rate is higher. So they want to give money. They need money from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And so they make us kind of the lenders in that situation. Once they cut the federal interest rates, the federal government has more reliability to pay back money than the consumer would.
Yeah.
So I would just go to them. So like basically they're gonna inch down our interest rate because they don't need us as much anymore. But online banks are more likely to have higher interest rates than traditional banks because online banks are not necessarily trusted by consumers, so they need to attract more consumers at the market. So they're gonna. So if I were looking at what type of bank to get a high interest from, it'd be an online bank because it's typically going to be higher than a commercial bank.
Got it.
Even with the cut.
So I'm excited. I went with a bank, like a smaller online bank, because it had a better interest rate. So I went with it. I'm gonna start like really aggressively, like allowing my money to make money. So I'm putting it there for right now. My husband, I don't know if I got that on camera. He was telling me some stuff, but I don't know if I put the information about CDs in there or if he was talking about that. But like if these interest rates do drop, because they may drop, federal interest rates may drop, and so then these interest rates that they are offering for high yield savings accounts may drop, then I may go into some CDs with other money. So yeah, I'm just going to see how I feel, what I want to do. But I did put 1/3 of my savings over there, and 2/3 of my savings over there, and I will put the other over there in a little bit, like once this transfer goes through and I see how it all works, then I'll put it over there. It can be a little like it makes me nervous, but it is insured. I did look into the they're all just, I never had that money's been sitting there. It's been a number at a bank for 5 to 10 years, so it's not like I ever touched the cash anyway. So yeah, it's still a number at a bank, and that number can go up more now. So I will let you know how that journey goes. Yeah, I just came from my annual wellness visit. It was such a beautiful experience. Okay, it's raining out here, guys. I cried about the whole time. So I have kind of been I've been kind of going through, let me kind of update you. I have been going through kind of a just like getting better, just like a healing journey when it comes to a lot of different things. I feel like it started with me trying to heal my relationship with other people. That bled over into, but hold up, what about your relationship with food? What about your relationship with your body? What about your relationship with finances? I'm gonna also share, I'll go ahead and put that information in here of what I did, what my finances are looking like, and how I'm doing that differently now. I am the type of person who likes to kind of start my new year prep in that last quarter of the year, because I do feel like, was starting in January, I want to kind of already be in flow once January gets here, and that's normally how I am. So I kind of start making those changes and making those preparations in October. This is September 30th, but same difference. But yeah, I went to doctor today. I got a new primary care doctor. It took me a while to get in to see her, but honestly, this is my time of year that I go. I made the appointment just a long time ago, but I like to go see my primary care doctor at this time in the year, again, because this is my time to kind of get myself on the right track of what are the goals for next year, what are we looking like, type of thing. That's just how I do it. Okay, I only have 7 minutes left, so let me pause y'all and then I will come back. All right, so this freaking doctor is, I think, gonna work out just fine. It's so crazy. All the stuff she put on here are so resources that she put on here. She asked me to just give her a little information about myself, and I just was telling her, where I am. I have 2 children, blah, blah, blah. I have a nutritionist. I have a therapist. I'm looking to, I had a primary care doctor, but I'm, looking for someone, new. So that's what we ended up. But when I talked about the nutritionist, she was wanting to know, was it an intuitive eating nutritionist? We on that same vibe. I already knew that we were going to be, because she had in the ad that I saw that made me want to go see her, she had like these African earrings, and today she had like a lady with a fro on her earrings. So I knew we was like on the same thing. But just a couple of the resources that I got from my doctor, my MD. She said, The Body is Not an Apology by Sonia Renee Taylor, which I've read. Food Psych podcast by Christy Harrison, which I do listen to. Anti-Diet Intuitive Eating by Kristen Harris. The Emotional Eating, Chronic Dieting, Binge Eating, and Body Image Workbook. That's the workbook that I have. Just all this stuff. The Wellness Trap, which is another book. All this stuff that is in line with what I'm already doing, that confirmation all around that I'm doing what's right for my body. And that's something you don't get when you have a doctor that is going off of old information and not going off new information, new studies, who has their own bias when it comes to weight and weight stigma. That is something that you miss, you don't get. So that affirmation that I'm taking good care of myself, that it falls in line with my nutritionist, it falls in line with the work that I'm doing. It gives me the space to do what I need to do to take care of my body at this point, which is listening to my hunger cues, learning my hunger cues, going by the hunger scale. If you are interested in what that scale is, please share the scale with the people. And just that is helping me to not overeat, and that is helping me to be sure that I'm eating in response to hunger, physical hunger, and not emotional hunger, which sometimes is going to happen. But not eating because I'm bored, I'm mad, I'm in pain, I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm happy, I'm sad. Not eating for all those other reasons that people tend to eat over. Food is for hunger, you know what I'm saying? And yes, we can use it in different ways. It can be comforting and things like that. But I'm at a point to where I am evolved enough and stable enough, and I have enough space in my life to find different ways to cope with life other than turning to food when I'm bored, tired, mad, happy, sad. So that is where I'm at in the journey. This is confirmation of that. I love that. I feel like just being on the right track is so dope. Having a doctor that understands new scientific information and is not going off of old scientific information is dope. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yep. For now, I'll talk to you later.